Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we're going to be playing the easily best, most amazing deck in Standard for sure, 100,000,000%, no kappa, no sarcasm, because what we've done is we've combined the great power and amazingness that is a cat and an oven, and we have combined it with the only other playable deck, which is Fires of Invention, and when putting them together, you will get nonsense, the likes of which you have never seen. In particular, we're running the Sacrifice Oven kind of combo engine with Trail of Crumbs, and then we use the extra mana that we get because we use Fires of Invention and don't have to tap our lands. We sack our foods for mana to Gildagoose or life and use Trail of Crumbs to dig, and then play the spells we find off of it for free using Fires of Invention. So yeah, the grand plot, of course, is to kind of run out the fires, get yourself to where you can cast Niv Mizzet Reborn and some other stuff, and then on the big turn, you usually end up casting Ethereal Absolution and Casualties of War on the same turn, and other Cat Oven decks crumble into the corner and die a miserable death. So that's the plan. It's pretty wacky. I saw this deck originally tweeted by Andre Strosky, who won the last Mythic Invitational, and he was crediting Zvi Moschwitz with being the source of the deck. So both are players you should check out, Google them, you know, Magic Wiki them. Zvi is an old school player, built combo decks back in the day. One of my favorites was probably one that nobody will remember. It was a, oh God, what was the name of it? Dream Halls. It was a Dream Halls deck that won by... It basically reshuffled and replayed its whole deck over and over and over again for free with this card called Dream Halls, which, much like Fires of Invention, lets you play free spells. And then it didn't have a limit on it. So you could basically cast spells to draw your whole deck over and over and over again, reshuffle over and over and over again with, I forget what the reshuffling card was, but eventually you would cast Inspiration, targeting your opponent enough times till they were completely decked. And Inspiration, of course, is just target player draws 2. So, if you think Nexus of Fate was bad, go back and try Dream Halls way back in the day. Like 15-year-old CGB thought that was amazing. Anyway, dating myself, got to be careful with that. People will realize maybe I'm not as 29 as I say I am. But yeah, Niv Mizzet Reborn doesn't have a ton of hits here in the deck, but it has hits that matter. Multiple Mayhem Devils are a key to the engine. Ethereal Absolution and Casualties of War are the big spells you want to play. So Niv Mizzet is never going to spin the wheel and hit everything, but the idea is to hit strong enough things that you run away with games easily. I think that this deck is very good against other Cat Oven decks. I have a sneaking suspicion it's pretty bad against everything else, but we'll put it to the test. The mana base has one each of a Plains and Island so that you can find them with Fabled Passage, and the rest is a nice Jundi mana base like you've come to expect. So, this is a little bit of a break from the Rakdos Color Challenge to try some of the current nonsense people are experimenting with in Standard. Let's dive right in and let 5-color Fires of Witch's Oven Cat combo Niv Mizzet begin. Oh yeah, it's got a Goose, it's got some Paradise Druids, and we have a bunch of huge cards in the powerful cards in the deck, so keeping a bunch of ramp is not a bad idea. We've got an oven without much to cook. We'll get to that, I'm sure. Our opponent with a quick mulligan. I'll spin my Fox at him. Try to throw off their concentration with Fox spinning. All right, Gilded Goose, make a food, your go. Honk honk. The goose is in fact on the loose. Overgrown Tomb, shock. Ooh, do you have a goose as well? It's a mirror. It's like you're my mirror. So here comes the druid. I don't believe we just go for the oven here. I think that the food's more valuable, the ramp is more valuable. Let's say go. This is tricky. We need to draw something powerful. And honestly, playing fires might not even be a very good idea here, because if we cast the fires, if we draw something like a Casualties of War, we can't cast it until we have 6 lands. So, well, we could just pay the mana cost, I guess. Our opponent with Nissa's Triumph for 2 lands. What is going on here? And now a Cauldron Familiar without food on the battlefield. Something's up. Something strange is going on. Do I fires? I don't think so. I think I just play more Paradise Druids. I mean, I am prepared for good top decks. May I has one? I am Paradise Druid Tribal over here. But I am all ready to draw Niv. I'm ready for Ethereal Absolution. I'm ready for Casualties of War. Yuck. Woodland Champion for the opponent. They've got an interesting thing going on themselves. I don't see a lot of point to attacking. The Goose can make a food to get back the Cauldron Familiar. This is going to grow. I think we just want to make food and eat it and buy time. I also don't see a point to just slamming fires. I think fires can wait in my hand, because you can always play fires and then play the card after it. At this point, it might even be a bottleneck. That's not good. You're going after my Goose, I guess, because everything else is hexproof. So let's make a food. Let's eat the Goose. Alright, now what? If the Woodland Champion attacks, I'll block for sure. If the Cauldron Familiar attacks, I won't. Alright, so a block here, trade these before the opponent can use the Goose to grow it by making food tokens. Makes sense to me. We don't want to give up the other druids. We want to have enough mana to cast our large, powerful spells when we draw them, if we draw them. But we drew a Cauldron Familiar. That can hold off the Wicked Wolf. Our opponent has Oven Cat. Oh boy. Settle in. Prepare yourself for a cat bake-off. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. That's surprisingly scary here, as I can't put anything in front of it. Okay. Sure. So the opponent has a food source, but I already have multiple foods. I'm trying to think if blocking this Cauldron Familiar does anything, but it doesn't. So I guess we're doing this. And now you get to watch the clickbait of our time. The great endless clicking of our time. We'll wait. We don't have to bring this back on end step. We'll wait because we might draw Mayhem Devil. So my turn, draw. Hello! Cha-ching. Let's do it. Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh? Opponent's like, what? Where'd this 5-color dragon come from? All right, find me stuff. Wonderful. So the hits in this deck are pretty rare, but if you hit something, you're doing it, is how I would describe it. If you hit something, life is going well. What do you have? An Assassin's Trophy? Can't be. So, what you got for the dragon? Can't wait to slam this card on our opponent, shut down the oven, and they are not even going to witness it. They say no. I'm running away. All right. Well, we have Paradise Druid, and that's about it. Why not? Why not? Stick a Druid in the oven. That's hardly like the early game you want, right? We're definitely going to put pressure on the top of our deck to deliver, because the turn 5 Casualties of War, is that good enough? When your opponent starts on a tap land, maybe it is. Okay, we can draw the Goose. That loose Goose. But let's play the Druid first. Now we have turn 4 Casualties of War, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can, and we're gonna need it. Our opponent opening Unlucky Clover, showing us some of those sweet adventure tendencies. Oh my god. The Goose has never been this loose. If the opponent has Murderous Rider to kill both of our Goosies, will be a bit of a tragedy, but I'm not exposing the Paradise Druid here. This Casualties of War is too crucial. Do we go get a red or do we get a black? I'm very curious, depends what we draw. Just play a creature. Just play a critter, so the casualties can be epic. Give me a good target. Ooh. All right. I think we're just going to get ground to dust here unless we draw really perfectly, and if the opponent has no answer to Ethereal Absolution in their deck. Pretty unlikely. I mean, if you have the Lovestruck Beast, you do the thing now. Yeah, that's how you do it. All right. So what do you think? Do we blow up the land in one creature and a clover? That's actually a really good draw. We have to eat one of our foods to do it, but if we do that, we can still casualties next turn. All right, so we play you. Play the Fabled Passage because it's a trigger. We can use it to pick off some of these 1/1s. We can also eat a food, or use mana to make a food. We can make a food and, well, we can make a food or eat a food. Options. And we have a sacrifice with Oven, so we've got some more triggers that we can do, but we don't have to do it now. Okay, here comes nonsense. That ramps mana. Frickin' Lucky Clover. I find few things less lucky in life than Lucky Clover and this kind of nonsense they get to do, but alright. Have yourself a party. Let's see if they also have the Murderous Rider for like the perfect draw to just like sweep our board. Okay, Beastie. Sure. What else? Sure looks like Murderous Rider. Ugh. I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay. So that's the second one. Where's the third one going? So let's see where this Lucky Clover is headed. So it looks like the Mayhem Devil is what's being targeted by the last Murderous Rider, which if we sacrifice that to the Oven, then Murderous Rider doesn't get to get cast from Adventure. So let's do the thing. Let's here make a food. Let's resolve that. And now we throw the beautiful Mayhem Devil in the Oven. We need to top deck a land now to do Casualties of War. But we're pretty wrecked. Lucky Clover, double, like first Lucky Clover, we would have just easily handled. Double? Are you kidding me? We draw the land, so I guess we'll do this. And if we leave them without a forest, who knows what will happen. Crazier things have happened, but we're down to top decking. Let's see what our opponent has. It's a swamp. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Found room for Rankle. Always find room for Rankle. It's a great clock. It's great everything. Like Rankle's the man, or Fae thing, or whatever you want to call it. Sacrifice a creature, sure. I'll just make this food. Alright, 5 land isn't really where you want to be with the top decks in this deck, so there's land number 6. Hallelujah. Can't cast a Niv if we draw one. That would be a bit of a tragedy. Opponent just not done over there. Gas for days. Good draw versus... this is solidly an awkward medium draw. Alright, come and get it. I hope that they make... I mean, will they let us each draw a card? That's what I'm wondering. Or are you going to do nothing? Nothing. Not letting me draw out of it. Which is pretty smart. We'll eat some food here. Wow. Wow. What a terrible card. What a terrible card. Why does anybody play this card? Yep, they drew out of their mana trouble too. So what do I want? Running Ethereal Absolution? I think that is probably the only way I compete. Now do you want to do discards? Okay, cool. This card isn't doing anything for me anyway. Giant Growth? Oh man, I'm losing to the budgety build. This is too much. Alright, there's the Paradise Druid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Possibly 7. Not quite dead yet. Dragging it out. That's what we're doing here today. There's an Acolyte. Probably losing the Druid, but we'll make sure. Yeah, there's no reason not to attack with everything. There you go. There you go. No blocks. Frickin' Rankle, man. Out of the budget nonsense comes the mythic Rankle. Okay, I'll eat this Paradise Druid. Let's go ahead and eat some food while we're at it too. We'll eat both because we need to survive through our next turn no matter what. No! Alright, I've had enough. I've had enough. Too tilting. Too tilting. Alright. Let's try again. So, I'm learning what kind of hands to keep with such a mishmash deck. Maybe that last one was just too much. What about this? We go first with this? I mean, I have Oven Trail of Crumbs. If we draw a cat, we're unbeatable. I'm so optimistic. I think that's my downfall. I just think everything's going to be fine. I just think the top of the deck actually wants me to do well and is going to do something nice for me. But any land and we get to activate the crumbs. See? There's the cat. Give me that cat. All right, another trail isn't bad. We do need a land. We need a land or a cat so that we can eat this food and then search for more land. Okay. Some people are just born that way. All right, big draw. Not bad. Could be better. At least it is a land, but we have double trail now. So next turn we can eat a food for life and then dig. Let's go get a red mana. That way Mayhem Devil is online if we need it to be. And we'll watch our opponent do their cat nonsense. Because that's what the world collectively decided to be about. Cooking cats. That's Magic the Gathering for the next 2 years. Oh god. Yep. Not good. Oh, we drew a land. I can play fires, and then what? Play the other fires? Is that any good? I guess next turn I can start the Trail of Crumbs stuff, though. So next turn is going to be a big deal. If the opponent fails to kill us, life is going to get grand, I suppose. Although we're still quite a ways away from Ethereal Absolution saving our bacon. So it's eat food and activate Trails of Crumbs to hit land drops. Is that going to be good enough? I don't think so. We're probably taking too much damage for that to matter. We'll have to hit something that we can play with the Fires of Invention. Okay. What are you going to target? Yeah, I won't forgive it either. Alright, can we draw a card? Is it a good one? Will something nice happen? Please? Land. Alright, let's eat a food. Hey, I'll take a cat. What else? Hey. I'll take a devil. Alright, so this comes down. Let's see if the opponent remembers to do their Cauldron Familiar stuff. They didn't. Yay, because it triggers when the opponent sacrifices something too. Give a little gain and drain. I could shock here to have so that I can bring back this cat with this if the opponent removes it and then activate, but I don't think it's worth it. Don't think it's worth it. So here the opponent is going. They're going for it. They're doing it. They're doing the thing. They're triggering my Mayhem Devil. All right, so if they're smart, they won't sacrifice the food to bring back the cat. So let's get Vraska dead now. Go ahead, do it again. See what happens. Yeah, we learned. I make that mistake all the time. I'm not picking on them. I'm really not. Oh, crap. All right. It's a devil off. Sure. Here we go again. All right, so what's up? What do I get to target? There's going to be one sacrifice trigger here, and I can possibly make another one. I don't think I can kill their Mayhem Devil. I don't see a world where that happens. I'll target the Reaper. Make things awkward for my opponent. So now they can't sacrifice anything else this turn. Just you? I could take it. If I go to 4, trigger. Let's see, how much can they deal? I really want to use this to keep digging next turn, so I'm going to block. I could get that one more trigger here from the Cauldron Familiar, though. But then I can't dig with the Trail of Crumbs, which I think I have to do. All right. Now what? Wow. So we need to hit this land. All right. I think sacrificing this for life is better than bringing back the cat. Am I right or wrong about that assumption? I think I need the life. And we need the land. I could take the oven and be greedy, but I'm not going to. We need the land. Rats. Could have had an oven. Oh well. It is what it is. We don't want to use the passage, of course, while there's a devil. We'll go ahead and play you tapped. Alright. Let's drop the absolution. Opponent's doing stuff. It's gonna hurt. But we got the oven tapped now. Alright. Casualties of war. Destroy a land. Do not destroy an enchantment. Destroy a creature, destroy an artifact. So here's my artifact. Here's my creature. 2 things that produce red. One makes green, one makes black. We'll go there. Opponent can get... Oh, they could have had 2 more triggers by bringing the cats back, but they choose not to. What's cooking? Corvold's cooking. Alright, so you save the sacrifice triggers for the Corvold. Well, we don't have a food to eat. It's very bad for our Trail of Crumbs here. Devil. It's not much, but it does work well with sacrifice effects. Hold on. Where's my planes? Let's put the passage out there. Resolve a devil. See if the opponent remembers to do this in response with their Cauldron Familiars. Okay, so in response, I can go get a plains and exile a cat so they don't get a cat back, but it's going directly to the graveyard anyway. It's not that important. It doesn't make the difference. And they have other creatures in their graveyard to exile. I'd rather save the trigger. Down to 7. Uh-huh. Man, I could have had that oven. I should have been greedy. Of course, I would just be dead if I didn't have a land in the top 2. All right, let's kill the goose. Go get white. Well, we get to shuffle that oven back in, and now we get to use Ethereal Absolution to make a blocker for the Corvold. Hope it's good enough. But we don't have any ways to sacrifice any more things. We need a food source. A goose would be amazing. Just any food source. Opponent's gonna eat a land, I guess? Pretty okay with that. Let's find out if, well, let's make them, I guess, resolve their trigger here. Target you. And we'll see if the opponent has an instant speed removal for me. They keep touching their hand, so I think they have a way to kill this token. And if they do, I'm dead. Not much to say. Well, we played hard, but it didn't work out. Okay, well, we drew these 2 cards together. Let's see what happens. It's the first time that we've had cat and oven in the same place. We have to go get a black source. And then we do have devil right on time. It's interesting. Yeah, why not? How many cats, how many ovens? I would love to know in comments, just kind of a better or worse. Is this better than Oko or worse than Oko? How about Field of the Dead? Better or worse than Field of the Dead? Playing against cat and oven in literally every deck. Sure. Okay, well, we don't activate because our opponent has the devil, we don't. Now we have a devil. Now we could hold back our devil and get the Trail of Crumbs going instead so that we gain the more value. Is that better? Feels better. Feels better. Yeah, I think I want to play a value game and blow this opponent's board up. So here's my trail. And here's your turn. We want to try to find fires. Wow. Okay. Well, main deck duress. Take the casualties because it's the only thing to take. There's more. Okay. It's like that, yo. It's like that. That's what we're up against now. All right, here we go. We'll create Mayhem Devil triggers. Let's see if we're the greedier version of the deck. If it means we get to do the crazy stuff. I want to use my mana this turn, so we're going to get this trail fetch. Another oven or the land. Let's take the oven. There's the fires. And let's put out the devil now. Say go. Let the battle really begin. The fully operational battle station's assembled. We'll see if the opponent's prepared for that. These decks have started adopting a lot of Casualties of War, but the opponent needs another turn or so. The main deck Duress is also like a suggestion of like maybe that is their counter to Casualties of War. rather than playing casualties themselves. And here is Vraska. I think that card just ain't what it used to be, but this is your chance to kill the Trail of Crumbs or the Oven, and the opponent chooses the Devil.
Step aside or be crushed.
I guess if I sacrifice the Devil, I kill the Vraska, so it's worth it. We could also run the Gambit. The opponent's tapped out. We could also deal another one to the Familiar by using the Cauldron Familiar here. Let's see, if we do that, what's that? That's a little better. There's a few more triggers though, and the Devil gets to go face. Yeah, I don't like that nearly as much. So let's see where we point this stuff. If the opponent points at the cat, that's not good for them. No more Vraska. 18. And no attacks, because they don't want to give me the sacrifice trigger, but we're going to take it anyway. Ow. Bring you back. Use the Trail of Crumbs. Ow. Devil? Oh, I need a land there. Forgot about that. All right. So I could eat a food and then see another card. I guess that's fine. We really want this land. Make the opponent deal with the big old dragon. And we don't get the land. Arrgh, I blew it. I certainly punted on this one. Let's get more crumbs. More crumbs, more food. And we have another play. We could get another oven, but I like having the Devil on board. Just, the opponent still has to deal with something. Yeah, sure. Okay, the opponent loaded up on duress, so I don't think they're playing casualties themselves. I think that they're just, this is their adjustment to the meta, is duress. All right, let's get some of these devils dead. All right, activate you, sacrifice a food. Point here. Opponent will point, will sacrifice food in response. We don't play the other oven because I'm hoping to do more powerful things after I cast Niv Mizzet Reborn. So the idea here is we're going to sack a food in response to the targeting of this Mayhem Devil when it's just about to die so that we can kill one of these devils. And we'll gain 3 life and we'll dig with Trail of Crumbs. Okay, point. Okay, so sacrifice. Point. The opponent gets to deal even more damage to me, which is annoying. Fortunately, we have food. Auto pay. Cannot hit a land all of a sudden. It's getting a little obnoxious. I guess I'll take a goose for the food. And auto pay. Okay. Would have liked to have that land sooner to work with my devil. Oh well. Triggers resolving. Play you, play you. Over the top we go. Give me something good. All right. The opponent, did they see the Ethereal Absolution, or were they just overwhelmed by the battle station? That's what we're trying to do to food decks right there. Over the top with less misplays by me. Back against the wall. 2 losses. I think this hand is wonderful. I think. We'll need a kitty. We'll need a kitty, and we're on the draw, so it's a little slow, but that's the thing about the format. It's all dirtling around with cats usually. But we are in events. Events are usually more aggressive, so it could be in trouble. Still, I'm willing to take the risk. Gilded Goose and Trail of Crumbs is so beautiful. Sack the food for mana, use it to dig. That's how we'll hit our land drops. and find a cat and a fires. Our opponent puts a card back. They really like green, I think, but hey, like I said, literally every deck. Witch's Oven, Cauldron Familiar. It's the only thing you can do. The only thing. Well, other than Fires of Invention. Wait, what if you did them together? That's my deck. Yep. Looks fun. Looks fun, you guys. We'll say go. On end step, we'll eat a food and dig. Opponent still needs the... Okay, they've got the goose. The goose is loose on both ends. We need land. We need to hit all the land. And they are set up for a Mayhem Devil. Would they have played one there if they had it? They didn't have a way to sacrifice, so they need the goose, so no, not necessarily. Doesn't matter what mana you produce. Click City, take the land. As much as I'd love to take a devil there, we have to hit our land drop. It is a requirement. Oh, I could have played Fires right there. But then what would I do with it, right? I don't think I'd do much. So here we're eating the food to use another Trail of Crumbs. Should we just do it now? The other option is to make more food. I don't think more food is the answer. We definitely want to keep hitting our land drops. So we might as well just do this now. We might get a playable like a cat. We don't get the cat. We have 2 lands now. We already have a Niv. Let's take the plains. And yeah, we'll play a tap land. All right, the opponent's gonna get to do fun things. Not the way I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. We don't have anything to go with Fires next turn, so right now it's looking like just Fires, which might even not, that might even be a bad use of mana, but as long as you have Crumbs and Oven together for the turn following, it gets very exciting. Anyway, prepare yourself. Let's see what the opponent's up to. What if they're playing the same deck? What if it's a real mirror? Nope, Midnight Reaper. Just good old value. Sure. And next, that's it? Okay. Okay, that's good. We get to make another food. But we don't get to use the mana if we play the Fires. Oh yeah, we do get to dig with Crumbs. We do get to dig with Crumbs. So we do this, we play Fires of Invention, then we play Goose for 0, it makes a food. This can eat the food and dig with Crumbs. And we don't have to do it now, we can wait. So we can do it at instant speed. And we'll pass the turn. Everything going according to plan. We'll see how surprised the opponent is to see Fires of Invention. But yeah, this is the matchup we want. We want to go over the top of their deck with our insane Fires, Niv Mizzet, casualties into Absolution, turn 6 nonsense. We still need another land. Land should be easy to get now with the Trail of Crumbs set up. Of course, we've seen what that did to me in the past. Saying a land is easy to get, not always. Opponent entering attack step, Midnight Reaper, most certainly turning sideways. No blocks for me, I like my goosies. They can stay. Opponent eats the food with the Gilded Goose for mana, uses the mana to activate the Trail of Crumbs. Let's see what they find. They find the Cauldron Familiar. Their combo is assembled. And they have a second oven, so they are feeling great about life. Life is beautiful. All right, so it's going to my turn. So there is a case here for next turn. I could hard cast Ethereal Absolution and play Niv Mizzet Reborn if I don't eat this food. And I think that's pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, let's shut them down. So, we play land number 5. We'll play this for 0. There's also casualties, which could take out their Trail of Crumbs, one of their ovens, and their Midnight Reaper, and a land, which is probably even better. And yeah, that's a really great set of cards we just revealed. So now we have casualties into casualties and absolution. Let's do this. So, land, enchantment, creature, and artifact. Here's the artifact. Here's the creature. Here is the enchantment. Here is the land. Hit them up as hard as we can. I know, I don't get to use my Trail of Crumbs. Tragedy. We'll have to live. We'll find a way to survive this. I could always throw the Niv Mizzet in the oven to make food and sack it to Gildagoose to use the Trail of Crumbs to get max value for the turn. Some bonus cards as the opponent uses Midnight Reaper on the way out the door, because why not? As well as Trail of Crumbs. So much value. The value is unprecedented. Murderous Rider. I hope you have another black source, because I am blowing up, well, yeah, I'm blowing up your black sources. Click, 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 click. All right, they're holding priority because they could bring back the Cauldron Familiar, but nope, now things are dying. Just kidding. Just kidding. The goose isn't that loose. Alright, now you can kill Niv Mizzet Reborn, if you wish, with Murderous Rider, because this is a black and this is a black. And then there's 2 mana left over to do something, maybe play another Trail of Crumbs. What does the opponent know about? They know about the Mayhem Devil. They don't know that this is what's coming up next turn. And here is the targeting. Might have wanted to wait, because now I do get to use my Trail of Crumbs this turn. But it's fine. Their rider also ends up in the graveyard because we removed the target. There's the other Trail of Crumbs. Oh yeah, the scoop is coming. The scoop is definitely coming. If they make it to their next untap phase, they have a stronger spinal cord than I have. And that's not to say a lot. I scoop pretty quick, mostly because I hate wasting time. But yeah, place your bets right now, friends. Will they make it another turn? Will they even get to see the absolution? Okay, they're taking game actions. You got me. I am down to 10. Here is Ethereal Absolution. No more cats. Ever. And now, the goose is truly loose. Truly, truly loose. They did make it till their next untap. What a true soldier. Oven number 3, sure. Okay. How could they paw out of this? Is there a way? I'm going to go ahead and eat this food rather than make a token. Keep digging, find a cat. Meow. All right, let's have a Mayhem Devil. Let's have a Cauldron Familiar. Combo assembled. 2/2 cat. Very dangerous, indeed. Yeah. The Gooseys could also be making food, though. Let's do the sharp 1 and 1. So we can make a food, we can make an absolution token. But yeah, opponent sticking with it, fighting it out. There's a fabled passage. You will be punished for using that card. Haha. I'm guessing maybe they run Casualties of War. Oh, Corvold. All right, they went to Corvold. This will be a 4. So I can sacrifice 1, 2, and 3, because this will be a 3/3. So we can kill this, I believe, with the ability on the stack here. So let's do it. You here. Heal a point. Make a food. Bring back cat. Deal a point. Activate trail. Why not? Grab another devil, because that's not bad. Drain. Make a food. This was a good reason we kept the goose open there, isn't it? Alright. Found a reason. Eat the food, deal a point, kill the Corvold, dig a little deeper. Ooh, that sets off another trigger for the devil, so that won't save your Corvold. That sets off another devil trigger, so we'll go face. The opponent does get to draw an extra card. That's the beauty, I suppose. Cat comes out, 0/0. Hit the road, cat. Why not? Let's dig. Another Niv. Delightful. 1, 2. Just adding up damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll do. So, we don't need to spin the Niv wheel. Our opponent's been a fighter. I am amazed. They had a strong stomach in this game for fighting through double Casualties of War, Ethereal Absolution. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That is my cat sending up the alarm going off. And we didn't need the passage because there's a drain from the cat. We'll try it. We have ramp, we have trail, we have a devil. It's okay. Really leaning on Paradise Druid and the top of our deck to deliver the big powerful cards, but you can't expect all your synergy to be in your hand every game, right? Or maybe that's not how the London Mulligan rule works. Maybe you do have to expect that. Fabled Passage. No, bring it back. Devil was ready. Fires. Oh yeah, we get fires next turn. Fires Mayhem Devil. Hype. No! Ooh. But what did they take? Do they respect fires? Do they respect trail? It's kind of a tough ask. It's a tough one. And they respect trail. Okay. Well, we'll see how this deck does controlling us. It's interesting. If they're Demir, they might not be able to remove a fires once it's on the battlefield, which can be good. But the trail was definitely, in my opinion, the bigger threat. So I think they made the right choice. Let's go ahead and fire devil them. Ooh, Fabled Passage. Haha, suck it. Take a damage. Okay, looks demure. Looks demure in here. Let's go for a goose. Would you like to counter this? Scorn. Rude. Very rude. Well, that leaves us without much going on, unfortunately. Leaning on the top of the deck now. And the opponent still has 4 cards in hand, so we didn't do much. They took the 2 cards that mattered, and now they have fires. Okay. Grixis basic land fires. Ooh, rude. But doesn't stop Trail of Crumbs if we draw it. So what we need to do is top deck Trail of Crumbs. I would also settle for a Casualties of War. That's okay. Take down the Narset. Pass the turn. Ritual of Soot's coming, of course. That's going to be the way it is. We're going to make a food. We're going to recycle our cat. Alright, what are we using? The oven? I guess it doesn't really matter what goes in the oven here. Alright, the critters are gone. So, do you have Bolus? Are you prepared to smash me? Another Narset.
I know 88 ways to defeat you.
Very annoying. Very, very annoying. Drawn from Dreams. Ugh. Their engine is fully operational. We're gonna bring this back now. Just in, like, tagging this Narset's important. Oh, we need the land.
Sloppy technique.
Need the land. Our opponent's drawing from Dreams. Drawing from Dreams. Let's see if they get Thought Erasure. Has to occur to them that the card we kept in our hand is a good one. Probably they're thinking Casualties of War. Okay. What are you gonna get? Okay, our opponent got Casualties of War. It's pretty good. Pretty darn good. We need to top deck the land. Well, that's not a good Narset hit for them, unless they... Alright, give me this. And then we'll bring it back, because who knows, the damage might matter. Land. That's probably better, although... Freaking Casualties, but... Oh wait, this is going to be great. This is going to be just fine. Let's get in there. Let's put the cat in the oven. Let's bring it on back. We can't play around the Casualties here. We just kind of have to play through it. So we'll get the land. Play you. Play you. I guess one Mayhem Devil is the choice. Not the greatest, but it's something. And now we can sacrifice these and keep digging. The opponent will target the trail, so we're going to need to add more permanence to our hand. But I guess that means we're not sacking the passage. Okay. Our opponent's doing this again. We know that the other card they're going to play is Casualties, right? So what else are you fetching? Cleansing. Okay. Yeah, because you have another Fires? Sure. Alright, eat. Frustrating. Now we find land, huh? We really needed something good there. The opponent can still play some cards this turn because they blew up their Fires. So it's pretty slick. Let's see what they do. Oh, they just replayed another Fires. Well, now they're locked out, right? Because that's their second spell of the turn? Yeah. They could have played this first if they wanted to. Maybe they just don't want to discard the cards in their hand to save it. Maybe it's not important to them to have it on the board. They've decided they're going to win a long game anyway. So what do we draw here? Casualties? How good would Casualties be? Destroy a land and a Fires? Could be good. Or, you know, Another land after we missed him early. Feels bad. Alright, alright. Well, that's probably game. It's interesting. Enter the God Eternals in the main. There's one you don't always see. Red. I guess we're getting blue here. Red, black, green, white. Yeah, we're getting blue. Thanks for milling the cauldron, familiar. Lucky me. Well, now you have that out there. Alright, that's enough for me. So, it hasn't been the finest event. I don't know if I kept good hands. I don't think I got particularly lucky. This deck is definitely a bit of a mismatch. I'd love to play some of those games again. But yeah, I think hard to find the right takeaway, but the wins were good enough that I think it's definitely worth sharing with the world. The losses were very ugly, but I guess it just goes to show how snowbally and grindy this format actually is. So let's keep it and let's jump into our outro. So let me set this up. So today is a special thank you to my patrons at above the $5 tier. So we're talking the $9.99 and $29.99 tiers on my Patreon account. So a special thank you to you for supporting the channel. And that thank you goes out to Andrew Kreitz, Dan Clivenger, Chris, Quene, Reed Wilson. Thank you to the 5 of you for pledging at $9.99 or higher and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And this very special thank you goes out to you. And thank you for watching this video. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.